Everyone is using AI right now to write emails, edit photos, build timelines, generate marketing, and almost no one is stopping to ask, wait, is that even legal as a small business owner? Is it even ethical? And what happens if this blows back on me with my clients? Hi there, if you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Paige Griffith, and I'm the CEO and lead attorney behind The Legal Page. We are an online legal education platform and contract shop for small businesses, and we help you get legally legit in no time without all the overwhelm. I actually saw a big thread in a very large Facebook group with small business owners in it recently about the ethics of utilizing AI with your client work. It also talked a lot about client impact and, of course, copyright concerns too. So, should vendors disclose to clients whether or not they're using AI? And is using AI cheating in your client's eyes or just in the industry as a whole? Really, this post was just talking about whether clients should be told. And I thought, we need to have a real legal conversation about this, not just a hot take, not like a thread with 200, 300 people going back and forth on whether utilizing AI is ethical or not. I also don't want you to go into a moral panic as a business owner. We need to discuss this in a legal and practical sense. So first, here is the reality. AI and using it in your business is not illegal. Using AI is not automatically unethical. But how you use AI and various AI platforms with your client work is different per business owner, and how you use it absolutely matters. I want to break this into a few buckets that I am seeing right now with photographers and planners and designers and other creative vendors online, like graphic designers, website designers, okay? Number one issue is copyright. This is a big one. If you are using AI tools to generate images or text or designs, you need to understand that copyright laws around AI-generated content is still developing. Right now, the US Copyright Office has said that works created solely by AI without human authorship are not protected by copyright. So if you type in a prompt to an AI platform and it spits out an image with no meaningful human creative input whatsoever, you do not automatically actually own the copyright to that image. This is a huge deal because you cannot license or enforce what you legally do not own. Now, it's different though if you are using an AI platform as a tool, meaning you are adding substantial human input. This means if you are taking the photograph, if you are the one creating the graphic design, but you're just utilizing an AI platform for minor editing or selection, like you are culling using an AI platform, you're modifying the image ever so slightly, you're just shaping the final work, that analysis legally can shift. But this is really fact and circumstance specific. So, photographers using AI to generate entire backgrounds, designers using AI for an entire logo without any human input. Educators, this is really important for all of you who may be a course creator or an online educator and you're using AI to create all of your workbooks or PowerPoints. You have to think really carefully about what you are selling now and what rights you actually legally have to it and can grant to others to use for personal or commercial use. The other thing I want to talk about is client expectations and disclosure. If a client hires you because they love your authentic, say, photographic documentary style, and then you're using AI heavily to alter images beyond your disclosed editing style, that can become a huge issue, contract-wise and consumer protection-wise. Not necessarily because the AI you used is illegal, but because misrepresentation can be. Your contract and your marketing need to match what you actually do and what you're showcasing and sending to clients. This is why we here at the Legal Page have created what's called AI disclaimer clauses. Some of these are found within specific client contracts, and some of them are actually standalone clauses that you can plop into your client contracts. And I have linked them below. So if you need an AI disclaimer clause for your photography or videography contract, we have those. They are specific to photogs and videogs, and you can put that in your contract today. You can copy and paste it and add it to your existing contract. If you're a graphic designer or a social media manager or a copywriter and you're utilizing AI, you need a clause that is disclaiming your AI usage to your clients as well, and that can be copy and pasted and added to your existing contract. I'll link that in the description. So these AI clauses allow you to effectively disclose that you may use AI-assisted tools and technologies in your workflow for editing or, various tasks or content creation. And what it does is it clearly discloses that you're using it so your clients know, it sets expectations, and it clarifies that the AI tools may be used to enhance your overall productivity and efficiency, but they do not replace your professional judgment and human touch on any works that are created for your client. So the human authorship component is still there, and it's majorly there. A clause like this protects you from a client later saying, I didn't agree to you using my photos in any AI platform or, inputting it through Aftershoot or Imagine. All right, number 3, disclosure is key here when it comes to clients getting really concerned for privacy reasons. The third thing I want to talk about is data privacy. This one is really sneaky with AI platforms because if you're, say, uploading client galleries or client information or timelines or questionnaires or contracts or sensitive personal information related to your clients into AI platforms, 1, I wouldn't recommend it, and 2, you need to review those platforms' terms. Are they storing that personal information and data? Are they using it to train their models? Are you allowed to input third-party confidential information that you share? Because you may have promised in your contract to keep that client information confidential, and now you are sharing that with an AI platform, and they have all the rights to it, and you shouldn't have done that. And you have no idea how that AI platform's model is getting trained on any of the input that you are asking it to generate output from. What I don't want you to do is just willy-nilly go paste a client's entire timeline or guest list or personal story into a public AI tool. Do you see the legal issue here? Your AI use needs to align with proper confidentiality clauses and your privacy policies listed in your client contracts on your website and any privacy needs that your clients have asked of you. The fourth thing that kind of came up in this post online was climate and ethical concerns. And there has been this increasing conversation about the environmental impact of large AI models and platforms. Data centers require significant energy usage. Whether that means you should never use an AI platform, that's a personal and business decision. But if your brand heavily values and you ethically believe in sustainability, you may want to think about transparency here and what AI platforms you're using and the environmental impacts of that AI usage. And then really becomes brand alignment. This is more of an issue, ethically speaking and morally speaking, than a legal one. So just think about all of that together on what platforms you want to use, how they are using data centers, and the environmental impact of those. The fifth thing is just replacing humans as a whole. This is, of course, an industry shift issue. Photographers are worried about AI generation replacing stock libraries. Copywriters are worried about AI blog posts replacing their services to Other people and business owners, designers are worried about logo generators. Of course, I am worried as a lawyer about your trademark ownership and your copyright ownership when you're using AI platforms to generate any work for yourself, for your business, or for your clients. And my legal lens is really just saying, all right, you cannot stop AI technology from evolving. You cannot stop the storm that is AI impacting small businesses right now. You need to really buckle up, get on board, and utilize AI. Or you need to have a really good reason behind why you're not using AI and how you are keeping up efficiency-wise in today's business economy. But legally speaking, you can protect your brand, your processes, and your client contracts. I want you to make sure that your contract clearly states what services you provide, what level of creative control you retain, so that human authorship component, what tools AI-wise you may use, and then who owns the final deliverables and what license the client receives to those deliverables. If you are using AI at all in any part of your client workflow, you should make sure that that is not a secret. It should be thoughtfully integrated into your contract and legally accounted for and disclaimed to your clients so that they know what you're doing with AI and that you are using AI technologies, especially if it's with their photographs or videos. Now, lastly, I want to talk about what's happening in real time. There are ongoing lawsuits about AI training on copyrighted works. There are disputes over whether AI companies have scraped protected content from their users without permission. There are ongoing policy discussions at the federal level and state level and international level about how AI should be regulated. This area of law is moving very, very fast. So, what should you do? I want you to audit how you are using AI in your business. I want you to review the terms of the AI tools that you use. Don't just be complicit and say, I accept. Go review their terms of use. I also want you to make sure that you're not uploading confidential client information into any AI platform without their permission. And then I want you to update your client contracts to include an AI disclosure clause that is very specific to your services and the AI platforms that you are utilizing day in and day out with your client work. So inside the Legal Paige shop at thelegalpage.com, we have updated many of our contract templates to include AI language because I don't want any of our customers to feel exposed as AI technology changes. But we also offer what a lot of people are purchasing, which are standalone a la carte AI disclaimer clauses that you can copy and paste into your existing client contracts. Again, this is not to spread fear. This is really just a conversation about how to be proactive and how to be better business owners in the age of AI. And I will say this as someone who uses AI in my own business, and everyone that works for me uses AI all the time. AI is a tool. It is important for us all to get on board with it. It is going to increase our efficiency, but it is not a replacement for your human expertise. It is not a replacement for your ethics, and it is not a replacement for your legal responsibilities as a business owner. If you have specific questions about how AI fits into your business, into your photography contract, your planner agreement, your online course terms, if you're an educator, please drop them in the comments. We can have a healthy discussion about this. I can point you in the right direction of certain clauses or contracts that I would recommend. If you have questions surrounding the intellectual property rights that you may own of trademarks or, copyrighted works like your entire website copy, or your imagery on your website, or your images or videos that you own as a photographer or videographer, please also put those in the comments and we can have a healthy discussion there. Please make sure that you tell me what type of vendor you are and how you are using AI and what AI platforms you are asking about. And if you want contracts that already account for this evolving landscape, please check out thelegalpage.com. I'll have the links in the description for our updated templates and AI disclaimer clauses that you can add on. Stay legally smart, stay legally thoughtful, and I will see you in the next episode.